Kami nga, hindi kami nagsasalita na walang permission yung chairman. You better follow that rule.
In fact, kaya ka nga nandito, binibigyan ka ng panahon, ng oras para magsalita. But do not play to the crowd.
Kangaroo Court. Thank you for this Kangaroo Court.
Hindi umano bumigay ang anchor ng Sunshine Media Network International o SMNI, na si Jeffrey Eric Celiz, sa nais ng mga miyembro ng House Committee on Legislative Franchises, na pangalanan nito ang kanyang source, sa isyu ng 1.8 billion travel expenses. Ito ay itinatanong mismo sa Office of the Speaker, na si Martin Romualdez. Dahil dito, ay pinasight in contempt si Eric ng komite, at inaasahang sa detention ito magsi-celebrate ng Pasko at Bagong Taon. Ayon kay Eric, maliwanag pa na ito'y kangaroo court, paglabag sa konstitusyon at saligang batas. Ang konstitusyon ay bahagi ng batas, pinakamataas na batas ng ating bansa. If I will be detained for life, so be it. I will stand for my right, otherwise, I will lose my right and the people's rights.
I feel, and it is my right to state before this committee and the August Chamber of Congress, that this committee is not above the law. No one in government is above the law. We are a government of laws. I am protected under the SOTO law. I have the constitutional right. I requested per record that I may be given competent advice and assistance of a legal counsel, and such right is guaranteed by the Constitution. And such right is also stipulated clearly in Section 12 of the Governing House Rules pertaining to committee hearing and conduct of investigation. And even if I am not in a court trial, the right to seek out counsel advice and assistance from a counsel is a part of principle of due process, a principle guaranteed by the Constitution. And I believe before I'll answer any further question, may I manifest respectfully and humbly before this committee that all the statements, even after under oath, in the absence of competent legal advice and assistance previously, may be granted to be stricken off the record, because I believe my constitutional rights were violated.
Point of order. The answer and manifestation of Mr. Celiz is out of order. He is out of order because you cannot dictate in this house and you cannot move. Only members of the, you ask members of this house.
Yes, I am explaining,
No.
sir. I am not moving.
No, your manifestation is out of order.
I am requesting.
Do not picture out.
No, I am not lecturing. I am standing up for my right.
Mr.
I am standing up for my right.
Remember, we might cite you in contempt.
And so be it, Your Honor.
You challenge us?
Yes, if
What's
that
the
will
question,
be
Mr.
sin in the nation, na walang karapatan ang mga invited guests dito na magpahayag, Your Honor, with due respect to you.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Seman,
Mr. Chair,
I'm out of order. And what's the position of the chair?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair,
Mr.
Mr.
Seman,
Chair,
Sandali lang po.
Mr. Chairman.
Eric,
may I explain why
yes, the Honorable Akop is recognized and I understand yung sinasabi po ni ng ating mga ng ating bisita. Pero alam po ninyo, kung ang ginagamit nyo po ay yung hearing nung huli at wala kay representasyon, hindi po namin kasalanan. Kasalanan po ng mga abogado ng SMNI dahil sila mismo on record ang nagsabi na they are here to represent SMNI and not the anchors because dumistansya nga ho sila. Ang sabi nila, hindi po namin trabaho ang bigyan ng representasyon ang anchor. That's why nung humingi po kayo, ang pinaliwanag ko, hindi ho pwede sila magdepensa sa inyo. Dapat ho humingi kayo ng iba. Dahil hindi ho pwede sila ang magdepensa because they are on record. Under oath, ang sabi nila, kami abogado ng SMNI at hindi kami abogado ng mga anchor. Klaro po yan, Kyrie.
Your Honor, if I may please.
You cannot. You're not allowed. I'm going, yes.
To explain why I cite him out of order. Because he manifested that the previous records, it is taken out of records, and as resource person, they are not allowed. For
Your
that.
Honor, I am going to be
I am
detained
still
in this
thinking-
chamber, and
I
I am
am-
submitting myself before the country in protest. My
Mr. Chair,
point of order, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, point of order.
Mr. Chair,
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay. Pauline. Okay. There's a point of order, the Honorable Dan Fernandez. The Honorable Dan.
Mr. Chairman, point of Mr. Chairman.
out of order is all about your manifestation to straighten out. Patapusin mo ako.
The Honorable.
Huwag ka may bastos. Patapusin mo ako. Mr. Chairman, I will just like to correct. I am not stopping him to issue statement. What I'm saying is, and what I'm pointing out of order is the manifestation that the previous statement and the previous record should be taken out of order.
Mr. Chairman, Mr.
He's
Chairman.
not allowed to do it.
Point of order.
Honorable Dan Fernandez. So the point of order.
May we remind the resource speakers and the members of this committee to observe the proper decorum.
Correct.
If the chairman acknowledge a certain personality, let him speak and
Yes.
don't interrupt
Correct.
the members of this committee while
Correct.
the member is given the right to speak. Maraming salamat po, Mr.
Thank you,
Chairman.
the Honorable
Chair.
Dan Fernandez. Honorable Akop is recognized.
Mr. Celiz, please be reminded that in this committee and this house, we have rules to follow. Hindi po ba namin sinusunod yung mga rules? Matanong ko nga po.
Yes, sir. I feel
Oo,
that
and
is my...
I would like to remind you that these rules are supposed to be followed by members of this committee and by the witnesses or resource persons to be present. And one of these rules is that before you can speak, you ask permission from the chairman. Kami nga, hindi kami nagsasalita na walang permission yung chairman. You better follow that rule. Otherwise, baka mapilitan nga, hindi kami nagsasalita na walang permission yung chairman. You better follow that rule. Otherwise, baka mapilitan akong gawin yung hindi ko dapat gawin. Thank you.
The Honorable.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair,
Wait, I think the Honorable Ace Barbers.
I was raising a point of order earlier, but
I'm
Congressman
sorry, I
Akop-
didn't hear you that.
It's okay,
My
Mr.
apologies.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman, kasi gusto ko lang i-refresh yung memory ng ating resource person na no one is curtailing your right. In fact, kaya ka nga nandito, binibigyan ka ng panahon, ng oras para magsalita. But do not play to the crowd saying that your rights are violated in this committee. It's not. Tayo ay nasa demokrasya, di ba? I believe you were a former member of the NPA. Di ba? And alam mo kung ano yung pinaglalaban natin dito, di ba? So, never, ever insult the committee, much more any of the members of this committee. Kasi medyo yun ang affront. Yun ang affront sa amin. And do not challenge us to do what we feel is right to do to you because you might not like it. I am just going to remind him of that, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
The Honorable Ace Barbers. Any
Mr.
other
Chair.
member that would like to speak?
I believe that this is an aid or an inquiry in aid of legislation, and resource persons should be reminded that they should observe proper decorum. I'd just like to remind all the resource persons that under Section 11, this inquiry, or for that matter, Congress has the power to contempt. The committee may punish any person for contempt by a vote of 2/3 of the members present, there being a quorum. And there are 6 grounds for contempt, one of which is letter E, acting in a disrespectful manner towards any member of the committee or any misbehavior in the presence of the committee. So, Mr. Chair, we do not want to cite a resource person for contempt. Kaya nakikiusap kami sa iyo, ka Eric, na kung pwede, please respect this committee and observe proper decorum. Nasa rules po natin na you cannot speak if you are not recognized by the chair. Actually, naka-strike one na po kayo, ka Eric. Kanina, you were not recognized by the chair but you kept on talking. So again, may I advise ka Eric, we are not suppressing your rights, but also respect this committee and observe proper decorum.
Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, if I may continue.
There was a question raised by the Honorable Suarez. Alam po ninyo kay Eric, kung meron po kayong karapatan, may karapatan din pong committee. Lahat po tayo may karapatan dito. So, ang tanong ho, yes or no? May tanong ho si Congressman J.J. Suarez. Huwag na ho natin pahabain. Yes or no?
I will refuse to answer, Your Honors, not because I disrespect this committee, but I will invoke my right guaranteed by the Constitution because I believe this committee cannot be above the law, especially the Constitution.
Can I just
Honorable
say,
J.J. Suarez.
yes. What right is that you are invoking, Mr. Celiz?
The Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights guarantees me for the guarantee of due process and even the Soto law and even the House rules.
Yes.
Constitutionally guaranteed rights, Your Honor, Mr.
Yeah.
Chairman, cannot
Mr.
be violated by any branch of the government.
Ka Eric, may katanungan. Is that
Mr.
clear?
Mr.
Alam po ninyo, ka Eric, meron ba kayo kasamang abogado na yun?
May I answer?
Opo.
That's why I am requesting since last hearing that I may be given the counsel. Now,
Alam po
I will
ninyo,
hire.
Alam niyo, if you keep going back, last year, ang tanong ko na yun.
I will hire Attorney Mark Tolentino and Attorney Rolex Soplico as my personal choice
Okay.
to do
So,
legal counsel.
everything that you say now is guided by your lawyer, who's also here.
Not yet, sir, because they are not, Mr. Chairman, permitted and granted authority to be recognized as my legal counsel. That's why I'm requesting. I'm hiring today, this afternoon, Attorney Mark Tolentino and Attorney Rolex Soplico.
Are the lawyers accepting that mandate? Because you remember, in the last hearing, you manifested that you are not representing Ka Eric and the anchors because of the disclaimer issue. Are you accepting?
I am accepting, Your Honor.
Attorney Rolex Soplico.
I am accepting, Your Honor.
Okay. So thank you very much. So everything that we will say, no, Ka Eric, may abogado na po kayo. Yes or no?
May I request again,
Yes.
Congressman Honorable J.D. Suarez, to rephrase the
Chair.
question,
Ayun.
please.
Now, with the presence of your lawyer, it's just a little bit ironic that in the past few days you've been on air talking about the hearing, talking about your opinions on about the hearing, and together with Attorney Mark Tolentino, I think there was a few episodes na magkasama pa kayong dalawa. So you're very vocal and you're very opinionated about your position. And last hearing, I just want to remind you, you apologized to the committee because the statements that you issued in your show, kasama ang bayan, tama po ba yun?
Yes, Your
Laban
Honor.
kasama ang bayan. Humingi ka man ng paumanhin dahil yung sinabi mong 1.8 billion ay walang katotohanan. Inamin nyo yun. Ngayon, sinabi mo ang source mo ay galing sa Kongreso. Sinabi ko mula sa House of Representatives, ang sabi nyo po ay hindi po House. Dalawa po yung House, Congress at Senate. Sinabi nyo, kinonfirm nyo na lalaki na taga-Senado. Ngayon po, naglabas na po ng statement, mismong Senate President na ang nagsasabi, hindi na ito nanggagaling sa amin, although I am pressing hard that I want you to reveal that source because we want to find out the truth. Mr. Celiz, the truth, and nothing is more important than the truth. So I'm asking you nicely, who is your source?
May I qualify, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman? May I be allowed to speak?
Yes, but before that, I'd like to remind you and the lawyers that under Section 13, the participation of counsel in this hearing for the witness during the hearing and while the witness is testifying shall be limited to advising the legal rights of the witness. Is that clear, Attorney Tolentino and Attorney Suplico?
Yes, Your Honor.
That will only limited to that. Wala ho tayong coaching dito, ha? Yes. Eric.
Yes, sir.
Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the recognition.
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Suarez, sir.
Please answer straight
Yeah.
directly, ha? Wala ho tayong ligoy-ligoy na sagot ho dito.
Mr. Chair, can I something?
Okay.
Can I say something
Yes.
before you?
Point of order.
Yeah. No.
Go ahead.
No.
Please.
Just want to be enlightened. What is your decision regarding the prior motion made by Congressman Paduano on?
Well, the
There's a
motion was
motion,
a
there's a
point of
motion.
order.
No.
He only made the point of order. So he was declaring him out
Thank
of
you.
order.
Thank you.
Yes. Proceed. Yes or no?
Yeah, thank you po, Mr. Chairman.
Please answer directly, ha? Huwag mo tayo masyadong
I
lumayo.
will not answer it because I am protected by law as per advice in conference with my lawyers here. I am protected by the Soto law. Unless the Soto law is repealed, I will be under the protection of the Soto law. Republic Act number 53.
Mr. Chair. Okay.
And the previous statements made, Your Honor, Mr. Chairman, please, were made without the competent advice of legal counsel. That's why I was requesting humbly for this honorable committee chaired by Congressman Tambunting that all those testimonies regarding the testimonies I made here can be stricken off the record if it may be considered as a request. Because those are inadmissible.
Kaya nyo, lagi nyo sinasabi Soto law, eh. Ano pong portion ng Soto law ang tinutukoy yun? Anong particular provision sa Soto law? Pakibasa po.
I will, Mr. Chairman, I will request my counsel to give me the particular provision, or they may be allowed to reference the particular provision.
We are requesting you.
I don't have the copy of the Soto
Then
law.
I will suggest that the council give him a copy of the Soto law. Because we do not, you're only supposed to, like I said earlier, hindi ho kayo pwede magsalta. Yan magsalta si Eric.
Mr. Chairman, may I be allowed to read the pertinent provision from the Soto law? Without prejudice, this is section 1 of 1145 as amended. Without prejudice to his inability or ability under the civil and criminal laws, any publisher, owner, or duly recognized or accredited journalist, whether reporter, writer, contributor, opinion writer, editor, columnist, manager of media, or other media practitioner involved in the writing, editing, production, and dissemination of news or mass circulation of any print, broadcast, wire service organization, or electronic mass media, including cable TV, television, and its variants, cannot be compelled to reveal the source of any news item, report, or information appearing or being reported or disseminated through other or the said media which was related in confidence or reported in confidence. Above mentioned media practitioners, unless the court or the House of Representatives or the Senate or any committee of Congress finds that such revelation is demanded by the national security of the state.
Eric,
Your Honor,
pero may magtanong po chair para maliwanag.
Mr. Chairman, can I explain the provision?
I will have to answer first the position raised by the witness. Ang unang po sinabi nyo, accredited journalist. Kayo ba'y accredited journalist? Eric, kayo po ang tinatanong po. Kayo po ba ay accredited journalist?
The accreditation or the license to practice journalism does not require any particular organization or government entity to give us license or accreditation for broadcast. If you are referring, Mr. Chairman, to KBP, membership to KBP is voluntary. KBP is not an absolute regulatory power for broadcast.
So ano
We are like an NGO and private organization.
Ano pong basihan nyo, basihan ng provision niyan, nung sinabi niya kailangan accreditation, kayo nag-cite ng batas. Kayo nag-cite ng prohibition.
Mr. Chairman,
Accredited journalist, hindi ho kayo, sino dapat mag-accredit sa inyo?
Smni is an accredited and franchise-granted media. And therefore, the prerogative in the decision for editorial decision who can broadcast or cannot broadcast in their station rests with the franchise granted to them. Therefore, hindi po kami required na maghingi ng pahintulot sa gobyerno na mag-broadcast kami doon. Dahil kami po ay bahagi ng isang media organization na may legitimate existence as granted by franchise.
Yes, but remember, may disclaimer. Ang sabi ng SMNI, hindi po nila pananagutan ang gagawin nyo. At hindi na nga raw kayo empleyado, sabi nila. So, ergo, hindi ho namin agad-agad kaya tanggapin yung inyong mungkahi. Pangalawa, I would like to remind you that this is a house inquiry which is provided for by the SOTO law. And third, tatanungan ko, security of state, binanggit nyo. Ano po ibig nyo? Ito ba yung security of state? Tingin nyo itong issue to, which is an exception?
Ang 1.8 billion na pagtatanong ko po, Your Honors, Mr. Chairman, ay hindi po threat to national security. Kapag ito po ay tinatanong ng mga media practitioners at ng mamamayan patungkol sa tamang pangangalaga sa pundo ng bayan. And I believe Congress is not exempted from public transparency and accountability in the disposal of public funds.
Alam po ninyo.
It is not an issue of
Mr. Chair, I
public
think I still have
security.
the floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Huli ang katanungan. Alam po yung security of state sa amin. Ito po yung sinabi nyo na empleyado ng Senado ang nagbigay. Sa amin, yan po ay seguridad ng ating institusyon, seguridad ng ating bayan. So kaya po, ito po ay hindi nyo po pwede i-cite ang SOTO law. Mabuti po, malaman nyo na po ang posisyon. At ito'y pinag-aralan po natin, may abogado po kayo, meron din po kami mga abogado dito, may mga researchers po kami. At ang SOTO law ay hindi po applicable dito sa sinasite nyo. Sa tatlong tinanong po, pare-pareho, hindi po pwede yan. The Honorable J.J. Suarez,
Thank you very much.
You are recognized.
So thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Para sa iba pang karagdagang mga balita ng Senyora Buzz, ay mag-comment lamang po, mag-like at mag-share sa video na ito, at huwag po nating kalimutang mag-subscribe sa aming channel. Maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood.